Hello and welcome back to Coffee Infused Crypto. Today we're gonna go back to our chart which we discussed yesterday, the day before and the day before. So we're focusing on the 4-hourly for Bitcoin just because of how important this chart is and how important this move is. And to stay biased and not a perma bull, I have to warn you on a couple of signs to look for. If we couldn't cross, then that can be a short-term retracement. So stick around, grab your cups of coffee, and let's be real. So you know by this chart by now. I'm gonna link previous videos in the top right corner so that you can catch up. So there are three now. The last three we put on how we charted this. So in brief, we are focused on actually two things. Or more than two things. So we're having this parallel channel, the massive one, and within this parallel channel we are focusing on two moving averages, simple ones, the 200 and the 20, okay, on the 4-hourly time frame, and we are looking at the value area low, point of control, and the value area high of this move here. So I know it's messy right now, but we will zoom in. So we've spotted our supports earlier, right? Those three, the levels are here: 24,650, 25,233, and 26. Okay, so 26 being the 200 weekly moving average, the one that we actually wicked to, as you can see here, and pushed up. So this is a recap on what we did earlier. And of course, we started recording this video when on the 4-hourly we spotted this parallel channel within this bigger parallel channel, right? So we were on a downtrend, and yesterday we left off at this area. Yes, on the positive side, yes, the 20 simple moving average did curve, as you can see here, and yes, we did break out of this parallel channel. Yes, we did reclaim the value area low. That's all good, okay? But two things I want to point at here. So if you remember yesterday, we said it is crucial to take out the value area low and to take out the golden zone, because what do we do usually in any move? So remember, in any move to the downside, we typically go back to our golden zone, right? If we break this, cleared it, and claimed it as a support, then it's a trend reversal, right? If we got rejected and pushed to the downside, then this would mean a trend continuation. So the bright side, yes, we're having this 20 curve. Yes, we did reclaim the value area low. Yes, we did manage to go up to 6.65 Fibonacci, but I mean, look at this. For the past 4 hours, a couple of 4 hours, so rejected here, second 4 hours rejected here, that's a messy arrow, so here, and here, and here, and now here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5, that's 20 hours. So yeah, and neither one closed above it. So on the 4-hourly time frame, we never closed any candle above this level. So this is concerning, to say the least. Add to that the volume. Notice how the volume is moving to the downside, right? So this is another key point of concern to just take note, right? So another thing to notice as well, as in a not so good signal, is notice this the RSI here. We're having a higher high on the RSI, right? Meanwhile, on the price, we're having a lower high. So that's a hidden bearish divergence on the RSI. Okay, so that as well we need to take note of. And to go to the weekly before I tell you my thoughts on this. So on the weekly, remember when we discussed this RSI on the weekly and how we retested this? So now we're having this go to the downside. I'm not saying that this is the end of the world or anything like that, but this can be a move like, for example, this move here, right? So we can dip below it and then come back, grind, and that would take that would take a couple of weeks. So yeah, on some occasions, yeah, we did come back, but again, this might by the end of the week flip to the upside, and we might have something like this, or even something like this around this area. So again, this is something to keep an eye on and something to notice. Okay, so let's go back to the 4-hourly and put our scenarios. So what to expect on the 4-hourly? So let's zoom this back in. Let's take this down. Let's move this up. So now we have one of two. Okay, so first scenario is take this out instantly. So having a volume spike here coming and just like move to the upside, retest it since we're still at it. So we still have a chance to just break it to the upside, retest it, and regain our point of control. So the main thing that we want is our point of control currently. So that would be the most important part to reclaim, which would be that $28,000. Okay, so if that didn't happen, one of the scenarios would be coming back down, retesting our value area low, right? And the 0.5 and the 20 moving simple average. So that might be a move. So this might be a move, come back down, retest for support, and then continue back up. So that is another point to take into consideration. If we move this parallel channel a little bit, expand it a little bit lower, then yeah, losing this area here would take us back all the way back to our parallel channel, which we just broke, and it would make sense to come back and retest it for support, which we don't know exactly when, but we have this this support from the bigger parallel channel. So that can be another option to come back around this area, the bigger support from the bigger parallel channel and the 200 weekly. So we can again come back down and wick to it, and that would be a $26,000 area. Okay, so another thing to take note of is this. So I'm gonna show you this, guys. If we take let's take the let's take the Elliott wave, and yeah, let's take the Elliott wave, and let me show you this. So ever since we started our move here, so we had this 5 structure waves. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we still have a leg down. So that can be taken in this formation. So that if this was the top and we failed to move, so the 5th needs to be under the 3 so that we have our 5th leg down, and like around this area can be a point where the 5th. So I'm just putting up the positive and the negative so that we would be vigilant in case we moved to the downside, not to panic. This is on the charts, this is part of the game, and if this Elliott wave to continue in this form, then 5 would be back around this orange line. This, remember, this second support or third support. So those are still valid, and those are still on the higher time frame are still expected to retest. So this would be the center of this parallel channel, but again, it's too early. If this gonna play, if this failed, this would be a 5th leg down, maybe a wick towards this area is still in play, and at this point that would be the end of the 5 wave structure, which definitely from here, like if this played, then the pullback or the push to the upside would be a higher probability if this fails. So this would be the negative scenario if the 5 wave structure played. If we failed the 0.65 Fibonacci, if we fail to take this, if this 20 didn't support us, is if the value area low didn't support us, if the this parallel channel here didn't support us, and if this bigger parallel channel here didn't support us as well. But to say the least, that volume on the weekly even is not attractive currently, right? Look how it's declining by especially like this week. I mean, yeah, for sure, this is the second day of the week, but look at this joke. Is this a volume I mean, what is this joke? So we need proper volume to kick in, right? So in order to have our push to the upside, and let me just put this here so that you can see it. In order to have a proper push to the upside, we need volume to kick in, right? We need this type of volume to kick in. So yeah, we're gonna wait for that, but bear in mind on the weekly, yes, the 20-week moving average is at 25,300 if you can see it currently, and that would only make sense, right? Coming back, retesting this 20-week moving average, wicking down to it, 25,300. Let's go back on the 4-hourly. Let's do this again. So let's move this down and let's do this again. What is 25,300? This is the 25,300, this level, 25,233. And we were just talking, like if this is to play out for, and then 5 under 3 or below 3, around this area, then this is only logical even on the weekly. So we're keeping things real, all right? So we don't want to sit in the clouds and say like, yeah, we're going to the moon tomorrow. No, the charts are updated every second and we have to be adaptive with them. Definitely on the longer run, we're still bullish, but we just want to take the best opportunities. So I remind you again, any pull to the downside is a buying opportunity and might be one of the last, who knows, before our halving. So those prices that you're seeing today are definitely not gonna be here 1 year from now. So take advantage of them. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed today's show. Again, I'm not trying to be all bearish. Don't hate on me. You know me. I'm always bullish on Bitcoin, but we have to say things as they are. If we don't take the 0.65, then yes, I'm expecting a lower target going back 0.5, and we stated all the targets all the way down to maybe 25, 233 if we are to finish this Elliott wave. So that's everything for today, guys. Stay safe. It's definitely it's a volatile. It's gonna be, this is the calm before the storm. So this is gonna be like a massive move all of a sudden out of nowhere. So to any side, by the way, it's not like, yeah, to one side over the, to any side. From here on, we can just spike on in any direction randomly all of a sudden. So don't over leverage, definitely. Take advantage of any dip. And with that being said, I would want to wish you a good day, good night, wherever you are. I hope you enjoyed your coffee and today's episode. I will see you tomorrow. Peace out.